So in the previous lecture, we created our first method, get variable. Now we'll get the method to send a template message without any parameter. Simple template message which we used earlier to send the hello world message. Okay, so for this we'll create a class method. Fine. So go to SE24, same class, the method, give the method name as send underscore template underscore message. Okay, send template message is static method public. Fine. So now for this send template message, dynamic value, variable value we already have. What additionally we have to pass template ID and the phone number. Okay, template ID and the phone number we will pass as an input to our class method. The variables version, phone ID, and the token which will store, which will get from the first method will pass in the inside the class. Fine. So here for this method, click on method, click on parameters. Here IP underscore mobile, type is importing. Okay, here we have to select importing. Those are the input to our class. Type you can select any or you can go with the string, no problem. Okay, you can set any default value if you want here. A second importing parameter is the template, which template I want to use. Again, this is importing parameter. Better use here a data element because the template, I guess it is case sensitive, so we have to pass the exact same values. I don't know whether it is case sensitive or not. So better go for any data element, can take any value. So I will just go with char 30 here. Take any char 30. Okay, and select any available data element. Just make sure like it should be case sensitive. Okay, this is not. So let me select any other one. Let me select any other data element which is case sensitive, so that if you pass the value in lower case, it should accept. Or you can create a new domain if required. This is also not case sensitive, so I will use this data element which I used earlier. Okay, so you can go with this data element. Take any data element, but it should be case sensitive. Here in the domain level, it should be case sensitive. Okay, so if you pass like a small letter, it should work. So two importing parameter, just activate the class method. Okay, now go to source code. So in the source code, first we'll do the data declaration. Okay, in the data declaration, what we'll do here, the version. Okay, first let's call our method. We want the variables. Okay, okay, okay. Let's do data declaration first. So first is the language code. If you see here, this is deep structure. Okay, this language code as of now I'm passing as constant. I will pass this as a constant. Okay, so what I will use here, before that let's say lv underscore url type string, because the url will come dynamically. Then we want json payload, so lv underscore json underscore payload. Again, this is of type string. This is my second variable. Third variable, like I will select as lv underscore language. Okay, I will take that as a constant. Lv underscore language underscore code. Okay, I will pass type string and the value same as it is. Okay, so lv underscore the url is done, json payload we require, and then language code is done, and we require the response and the message id in the output. So LV underscore response, LV underscore LV underscore response, type is string, and LV underscore written message underscore ID, again of type string. So data declaration is done. Then to consume the API, we'll make use of HTTP client. So local object HTTP underscore client, type reference to IF underscore HTTP underscore client, IF underscore HTTP underscore client. Okay, save, check, activate. So now next what we have to do, we have to build we have to build the structure for the payload. Okay, if you look here, this is a deep structure. First column is this messaging underscore product, then to, then type. Here like single variable, single column, but template is a deep structure. This contains first name and language, and inside language again it is a deep structure code. There are two fields, but one field is optional. Okay, so this is a deep level structure: first level, second level, and third level. Fine. So we'll go with the last one by one we'll create. So now we have to create a type structure. Types, let's say begin of TP underscore language. Okay, end of TP underscore language. Always start creating with the last one. Okay, so in this payload, the last one is this structure. Okay, so first I will create a code. So my column name here is code of type string. Okay, then second I will create begin of TP underscore template, my second structure, second DB structure. In that we have name and the language. Okay, so first column is name, again of type string, and second column is language. Okay, this is my second column for my template structure. What type here? Type first which we created, type language. Okay, end of TP underscore, end of TP underscore template. So two DB structure done. Now our final structure, type begin of TP underscore WhatsApp underscore request. So in the WhatsApp underscore request, use one by one all same. Okay, my first is messaging product, to, and type. Okay, the first is messaging product of type string, then second is to, again of type string. Sorry, then third is a template, but template will be of type which we created above, TP underscore template. Okay, and then end of TP underscore WhatsApp request. And now do a data declaration for the same data. Here we declare one data, local structure data underscore request of type TP underscore WhatsApp underscore request. Okay, so our data declaration is done. Now, before calling the API, we'll read the dynamic variable which we have created in the first method. So call method of class, which class we have created, Z WhatsApp API, which method we have created, get variable, control spacebar, and press a tab. Okay, so here we'll get our variables. So because this is a class, so we can use the inline declaration here. If you are going with the function module, we will not able to use the inline declaration. Okay, so here we'll get all the value. Here we can use the inline declaration for the variables instead of declaring. So the data like LV underscore version, then second data LV underscore, let's say phone ID, LV underscore phone ID, and third is data LV underscore token. Save, check, and activate. Now next, build the URL. So concatenate what is our URL ID from here till the dynamic value. We'll copy from here, okay, because this is a fixed URL. So concatenate our endpoint URL till slash, and then concatenate LV underscore what is the next version. Okay, after that again there's a slash, backslash, and then we have the phone number ID, LV underscore phone number ID. Okay, and last we have backslash messages. Okay, to avoid any error, we can copy as it is from here. Okay, so now we concatenate this into LV underscore URL. Save, check, and activate. So our endpoint URL is ready now, where we want to send the data. Okay, so next what we have to do, we have to add our data in this request and then we'll send. Okay, so till now we have done the data declaration. We have declared the JSON body structure. We have concatenated the URL using the variables, and we have also called the method to get the stored value of the variables. In next lecture, we'll do the remaining coding. Thank you.